Okay, right, so card's now installed, cabled up, the brackets in, pretty tight getting it all in as mentioned. The card itself sits right on the chipset unit and fan, just a couple of mil under there to suck some air in. Hope that doesn't cause any issues, but Gigabyte, that's your motherboard, your 3080 Ti, so hopefully that's good. The brackets in, should just take the load off. Found a spot for it to just about sit on. Quite a lot of cabling. Had to install a third power supply to the card itself, so it's got 3 power supplies on it. So modular PSU, had to plug in another unit. So final thing that I got to do, literally, is just tie back some of the cables. Now I've had to loosen a few up to fit it all in. I'll just need a couple of cable ties to hold them in place, put it back together, and hopefully it should power up and work. You never know with these things, but all static precautions have been taken. Card's been installed very carefully, and just got to take a smudge off of the LCD there. That's the on-card LCD display. So we'll get it up and running and let's see how it goes. Hopefully it's going to be an improvement on the 28 Super, which was already an impressive card, to be honest. More than capable, especially when coupled with this 5900X AMD CPU, the Ryzen 9 5900X. That was a big leap in itself in gaming performance over the 3800X, so I was quite surprised there. That freed up the card a bit more, I think, so it started to spread its wings a bit more, and some of the frame rates I get on some games pretty insane, to be honest. Pretty insane, certainly into triple figures easily, and into the high triple figures, 180, 200, 250 frames plus on some games. And in 2D screens, 1500 FPS at times, ridiculous. That always bothers me, always worries me, especially when you hear about these cards that have been fried in New World from the menu screens or something. But general performance on Battlefield 5 looked to be about 120 to about 180 frames per second on the 2080 Super. This is all ultra 1600p. What else did I try? Squad, my main game really. There was quite a big leap on some of the maps, just putting in the 5900X over the 3800X using the 28 Super. I was probably getting 110, 120 frames on some of the unoptimized maps at times, 130, 140, 150 FPS on some of the really well optimized maps, and that's with 45, 50 people aside as well on some of those 100 player servers. So I was quite impressed, but just took the plunge to get this card. So we'll see how it goes. I'll report back and let you know whether it's worth the money that's been paid for it. You'll hear me harping on about it a little bit because, as I say, it is overpriced. I think everybody needs to realise they're overpriced, and NVIDIA and the card manufacturers need to do something about it, really. So it's obviously the cryptocurrency, a lot of that have killed it for us, and you almost need cryptocurrency to pay for one of these now, or gold bars, and that really shouldn't be the case. So I think that'll be remembered when there's other options downstream. When Intel bring their cards out, when things normalise a little bit, I think that gamers will look at all options on the table, because certainly they're getting ripped off left, right and centre right now. So let's hope that normalises somewhat in the months and time ahead. Anyway, let's put it all back together, get it up and running, and see where we go from there.